Hey everybody, my name is Chrissy Key Rollins and I am pretty new to this group and I haven't done a formal introduction, so I will put that on my next thing on my to-do list. But I saw Jess's amazing discovery call live video stream and I was so called to reach out to her because I do my calls a little bit different. And she's like, well, don't share it with me, girlfriend, share it with everybody. So I thought I'd do a quick little video to kind of capsulate it all into a little nutshell. And I take a different approach. I do breakthrough clarity sessions. And what I do with my people is that I don't do any free coaching. I used to do a lot of free coaching. And what I found was that a lot of people kind of got 2, 3, 4, 5 steps from what information I gave them on our time connecting. And they would want to go off and implement those and wait on coaching or feel like they had enough information to get started and take things on their own. Plus, I had a real awkward time with that whole coaching to sales conversation transition. So it was just something that held me back a lot. I did a lot of really great phone calls. I really built my reputation with those that I talked to, and of course provided tons of value whenever I was on the phone, but it just wasn't converting for sales until I learned this new strategy. So try out Jess's method. It's amazing. It's wonderful. It is value packed. And if you're finding that you want to try to just switch things up a bit or try this approach, I highly recommend it. So what I do on my breakthrough sessions, I take people through a series of 3 questions. The first one, I have them tell me about what life would look like for you ideally in the future. A lot of times I take it 6 months down the road. Right now is a sweet time because we are coming up on the last half of the year. So I say, you're standing on December 31st, 2016. Life's as good as your mind will possibly allow for it to be. What does it look like? Or, if we're doing it specifically around business, I do intuitive business and mindset coaching. So a lot of times we're talking business specific. Where would you like to see your business at the end of this year? Then they share with me all their visions about where they would like their business to be. Then I transition and say, tell me about your life now. And it's very important that you do it in this order. There's good psychological reasons for it. I'm not going to get into all of this on this short little video. But first question, where would you like to be in the future? Second question, what is your life like now? What is day-to-day life like for you now? How has it been going for you over the last few months? What have you been experiencing up to this point? Then the last question is, what challenges have you been facing? What challenges are holding you from stepping from this place that you just identified that you are now and into that vision that you share with me at the start of the call? What's holding you back, or what challenges do you feel will come up along the way? Now, a beautiful thing happens at this point. At this point, the potential client has self-identified where she or he wants to be in the future. They have self-identified where they currently at now, which is not where they want to be at. And they have self-identified what challenges are holding them back. I didn't tell them anything. All that I did was affirm what I heard, repeat back to them what I heard so they could really fill it out for themselves, make sure there was nothing missing from the equation. And what happens through this magical little formula is that they come to their own clarity about where they really need support. This is where the magic comes in. Typically, almost always, and if they're the ideal client, it will always happen. And if they're not the ideal client, it won't happen, which makes this a lot easier of a process for me as well. At this point, they have identified what their challenge is. And I, as the expert, am able to help them to see how what they want they're able to get through supporting that challenge, which is something that I can help with. Almost always, they come down with a challenge that we as coaches know how to support. We know how to help them overcome those challenges. But if we start with the challenges first, there's not an emotional connection to that vision of where they want to be. There's not a clear gap established between where you are and where it is that they want to be at, or where they are and where they want to be. So there's not a physical distance between the two. But the bigger distance you can create between where they are now and where they want to be, the more interested they're going to be in what is the best vehicle to help them get from where they are to where they want to be. So this makes the transition super duper easy. There's a few other tips that I can give, and maybe I'll put together another video or something to help to give those out. If this is something that's interesting to you and you'd like to learn more, you can definitely let me know. And if this was helpful or not helpful, if you've had success with this or any experience with it, I'd love to hear below. I got this training originally from a business coach named Bill Barron, so just a shout out to Bill. And I've just kind of put my own spin on it, made it very authentic, very unique to me. And what I love is that at the end of the session, they walk away with value, regardless if they hire me or not. And they are the ones that are asking me, what does it look like to work with you? How much does that cost? What are the sessions like? They're asking all the questions. And so it takes the sales out of the equation completely in a lot of cases. And that's really super exciting for me, because if you're like me, I care a lot more about serving people than making money. But at the end of the day, I gotta have money to live out the choices in my life that I want to make for myself and my family. And taking the sales out of the equation just allows me to be my authentic self and focus more on being of service and helping people come to clarity versus making a sell. So I hope this was helpful. Again, would love to hear your comments, and I look forward to introducing myself officially to everybody. Thanks for watching and listening, and I hope this has been of value to you. Have a great day. Bye.